Okay, I am trying to get this set up, but I am not sure. Okay, okay. Just that. The music's a little loud for me. That way if I ever get stuck. Bonus chest on, generate structures. Start this, kind of get it into an area. The other world's my long term on my Xbox, so this will be on my computer. So I think I got a few minutes of this. Oh wow, I forgot I had Optifine on. The leaves move. Wow. Wow. There's a village right down there. I'm on top of a cherry biome. Bonk. Let's grab this. It's a little lag, but I do have my render distance up really far. So I will adjust that. There is lag. You're not wrong. Dark oak, but you don't give me any saplings. I appreciate the wood, but I would appreciate more the saplings of the wood you give me. I'll leave one up here just so spawn's not dark. There's another one over there, and it's... Why are there so many savannas? I never stop finding savannas. Let's get some cherry and then get a cherry sapling in the end, so that way I can get more without having to travel. As the sheep is pushing me. This is my first time trying to sit in a chair. Besides, like, my relaxy chair. In 2 weeks. Hi, Drago! Little too quiet. Thank you. I forgot I was gonna adjust that. That'll help, honestly, a lot. I'm also using a dollar store microphone because I am poor. But thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I try to never stream when any of the people I follow stream, because I feel like that's just the polite thing to do. But that's not to say anyone else who just does it when they have free time is a problem, because I know I overlap sometimes. Okay, so I got those. Let's, options, video settings. Yeah, let's turn that down to like, I think 20 chunks is plenty. Oh, that's already better. Okay, so it still renders that in for the most part. But it still has that pretty mountain. So that's nice. And I got saplings. A sapling, okay. Looks so cool. Still louder than me? Okay. I have a very small... I have my phone playing on the side to make sure I can hear that. And so let me adjust through OBS. That might be better. So we're gonna try it from there. I don't have a lot of sound. I wish it didn't stop the sound whenever I paused. Okay, so does this? It dips down in between two little cherries. Okay, there's water that way. Did it not give me a map? Does it not give you a map in this one for the bonus chest? Okay. That's fine. Oh, so it does pop out more pink sheep now. The update's cool. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Most of my feedback comes from YouTube videos after, which are typically just my VODs from here. And so I don't get feedback very quickly. But I do have a couple people who are on top of it. As soon as I post, they say something. Okay, so there's a little barn. So I've never played Minecraft with like the shaders on before. I've had it like downloaded for a while, but I've never played with the shaders. Appreciate. I needed to be able to hear something. Okay, my bad. And since I don't have another, I don't have another monitor, I'm just using my brother's old TV because he gave it to me. The only way I can see chat is by having phone. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Did I even start recording? No, but I could. I'm just gonna move the whole VOD. I don't care. YouTube can be happy with it. They'll be fine. Sometimes I'll sit and record while also streaming just to kind of do both. But that's sometimes. So this is a rather small village. That's a ruined nether portal, which will have something. Well, now that I know that it's good, I can just have that sound off. I'm glad. I mean, I spent only $10 on it, so I'm glad. Okay, so I think let's check this out, and then I'll figure things out as I go. I'll grab one of these stacks so that way we have food. One thing I want to make sure I get, if I can find it, is dark oak, because I love dark oak, and spruce. They, specifically for spruce trapdoors, I use those for a lot of my builds. And then I also, the dark oak looks really good, that's all. I want a map so I can start mapping things out from spawn. That would be useful. I'll keep that there until I go through. This will be easier to find than my stuff if I lose it. There was another village over that way, so I guess that's the way I'll go to try to get more supplies. think somewhere over here would be nice. Between the mountains. I didn't turn on my day counter or my coordinates. I'm going to get so lost then. Okay, we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I think it's just for the stream. I have turned up most things as much as my computer will allow. Because that would be the bitrate. Yeah, the bitrate. I turned that one up about as far as it would go before my computer started having issues. I don't know computers very well. That, and I don't have great internet. Where am I going? There it is. The water looks so good. Thank you. Thank you. That was not at all what I intended to do. I meant to just jump the pool. Blue. Blue's hard to get. Blue's always hard to get. Bitches love blue. Excuse my language. Also, if it seems like I am looking really fast, that is actually absolutely happening. I've gotten a lot better knowing that I'm streaming, but I also make sure that nothing is ever set for kids, because although I don't care, somebody might not be happy if their kids are listening to an adult swear a lot. Thank you for the emeralds. I'll take the saplings. That's, oh gosh. The controls are slightly different since the update, I swear. But I also have been playing Bedrock today when I was playing earlier. And it was with a controller and everything was so slow. Like the rate, everything was slow. It felt so slow. And now everything feels so fast. Like zoom, let's go. And I love it. Take potatoes. Do you have a map? Do you have a map? You might have a map. You have a compass, which will help me make a locator map. Because you have the stuff for a locator map. You were great. Wait, I need a crafting table for that. Which I will find shortly. I know, right? I had one person when I first started streaming, like the very first time, where they're just like, you can't cuss, that's not ladylike, that's not good, no one's gonna watch your streams, and I'm just like, you could have easily just clicked away, but no. You probably saw the tag of a girl streamer, hoped for titties, and then got disappointed. At least that's my assumption. And I'm just used to blocking people for that, because I'm assuming they were from America, because usually they're not nice over here. Like we're going back to the 1950s. Yeah, they should. More people like that should get a life. But it just happens. I'm used to it. I grew up in a really small town where most of the people thought like that. So it's just people learning from their parents It's learned hatred. My stream, my rules, exactly. How? I am so used to so many different buttons from every other game. Okay, I want to go back if I can climb. I wonder. This is why I need coordinates. I think it was this way. Not in the hole. Not in the hole. That way? Or was it? I don't know. Cherry blossoms that way. Options. See, normally I would agree with you. Something about my ability to read just leaves every time I need to change my settings. I'll figure it out. And I mean, I can always hit F3, right? Yeah, never mind. It'll tell me where I'm at. Day counter might not be accurate, but F3. How does one swim in this game? Okay. This looks so neat! Also, I've noticed there's a lot of slight variations between Bedrock and Java Edition. And maybe I don't notice it because usually when I'm playing Java Edition, it's modded Minecraft. Okay. Good start to some caves. So I think what we'll do, choose a spot between the two. So I got at least a couple of the woods types. I know I can get a mangrove wood through trading with the trader. This also would put me near some bees. So let's start by going over here and getting some stone so I can make a couple shovels. Don't be a massive hole. You're a hole. I could get a shovel and start shoveling stuff out. But instead I'll go to this one. I also know how to make an infinite lava source now because dripstone is great for that. I hope in one of the next updates they update the crafting tables to look like the wood. Like, if you use different types of wood, it would be the normal crafting table. But then if you used like dark oak, it would be a dark colored crafting table. Yeah, essentially. Yeah, you're not wrong. If I understand what you're saying, then yes. Yeah. I will say, Bedrock feels clunky. Like it feels very clunky, in my opinion. And maybe that's just because that's what I was playing earlier. Because this, it feels smoother, even with the lag. Okay. We'll get the tree. We'll build the house right over here. Now we'll drop off some of my excess stuff. I'll keep that on me. No, I kind of get it. It's more of, I fail at communicating sometimes. I may be a native-born English speaker, but I can't remember half of what words mean. And so I had COVID again for the 5th time 2 weeks ago. And then last Sunday, I threw my back out trying to make my bed. And I've had no contact really besides my partner at all. So human interaction has broken my brain. Yeah, I just don't know how to respond. I'm trying to get my brain to reload in. I'm a 99 model trying to work in 2025. I don't know how this is working. Thank you. I'm doing a lot better. The worst part is I think it's pinching I think it's pronounced sciatic nerve, but it's the lower back, and I can feel it down my leg, mostly my right leg. And it's not really too painful, it's mostly just uncomfortable. If that makes sense. Okay. There's so much shadow. I don't have any more sticks. Good enough. If I want a flat space, I'll make it myself. Well, you do a pretty good job, and luckily, I was smart enough to take French in school and understand kind of Latin roots, and then a bunch of my friends thought it'd be cool to try to learn German and Russian, but only from, videos. So, I completely get it. You're doing a great job considering, English is hard. English basically went into a back alley with all the other languages, beat them up, and took their spare grammar. So you'd be an 03 child? If I math? Oh yeah, definitely. I can believe that. They did not offer it, but when I looked at the little bit I had, I was like, I'm good. It's a little harder than my brain can comprehend. I got enough French to ask where the bathroom is and to introduce myself. And that's what my school did. I don't know. I talk a lot. Well, that was my shovel. I am just going to do it this way. I kind of, it's just been, if I don't have the game, the sound, my brain just doesn't, I get stressed. Maybe it's because I've been playing this since it, like, alpha, or, you know, really early on when it first dropped on Xbox and PlayStation, and so that's what I played it on, and I don't know. Something about having, other than the in-game music, stressed me out. And now I have it, even though the new music, especially the cave music, is terrifying. This game, I swear, has a horror soundtrack half the time. What's also neat is, my computer, or my TV, I don't know, will decide you don't get music anymore, and it just stops playing the music for me, and I just hear zert, zert, which might be because my HDMI cable likes to fall out of my TV. It really is. The little bits I have, it's like, you're building things with souls? Fun fact, I have never beat the Ender Dragon or even gotten to the end on my own. I get to the Nether quite fine, and I used to be able to find fortresses really easy before the Nether update. Now it's a little harder. Personally, I love the theories on this. I'm a huge fan of game theory on YouTube, and so I love their lore and all their theories. It was great. Hold that. I keep hitting tab like it's going to open my inventory. It's just a theory. Again. Yes, exactly. I hear Matt Pat in my head sometimes when I think about it. That intro plays. Always. I realized something the other day. When I first started YouTube, I watched 3 main people. And when I learned their names, it was Matt Pat, Matt Shea, and Matthew Centaro. How I managed to get all Matts, I don't know. But, I don't know, the world said you need a Matt in your life. And don't be a doormat, I guess. That's awesome. He definitely makes it fun with a lot, like, he definitely makes English sound more fun with how he speaks, in my opinion, so I get that. I've heard of, I don't remember, I'm blanking, but I heard of. It's not fully over my head, but it's over my head. Oh, okay, yeah, that's, okay. That. As soon as you explained it, my brain was like, oh, file found. needed more of this dirt than I thought. I will reference my brain as like a 98 Dell desktop on dial-up, if that ever makes sense. And some people get it, some people don't. It goes right over some people's heads. Most of the computer people get it. Funnily enough, I didn't use a computer for the first time until... Other than, like, the Purple Palace game that was on there, and sometimes Minesweeper, I didn't play or use the internet until about 2011. It was, like, my first time, and that was YouTube. That's neat. Yeah, my first time really using the internet was at the library. Otherwise, I don't even think... I was told we had internet, but I never went to the internet. I played Minesweeper, even though I didn't understand it, you know? Just click the random blocks and hope you don't get blown up. So, should I make the starter house a cherry blossom theme? Or, yeah, cherry theme, or an oak theme? That's the question. So I can farm both really quickly, all things considered. Oh, it is wonderful. Technology is a great thing. It can be awful, but it's a great thing. Well, technology isn't really awful. People can be awful. I created an area for zombies under here. An emerald? Or is that just copper? Printers, dude. I have used printers before and they fight me. That's emerald! Oh my gosh, I actually haven't seen emerald. I can't mine it, but there's emerald! Okay, so either there's a bunch of, like, I know there's a bunch of caves. And either it's going to just be a bunch of caves. Or there is a zombie spawner in one of them nearby, which would be great for making a spawn farm. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I was pre-gridding out my floor plan, and I want the oak logs every, like, 5 or so, about every 6. So if they grow, I can just cut off what I don't need instead of growing them, cutting them, and then placing them again. I'm just gonna kind of place them and hope they grow where I want them. That doesn't line up. This should be right here. Yeah. Now when I do the walls and stuff, it'll be neat. And I can put the front up here. So that's the out kind of frame of the house. And then I'm going to make a little farming thing here. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Yeah, no worries. Sir, I don't know why you wandered this far. But this is not your bed. You wandered too far. So I knew that might be a problem, especially because it's a farmer. But I'll just fence in my plants. Almost every time I build a house, it's the same blueprint. I try not to make it a square, try to make it rectangular. At least kind of. Might want to make it one more. It's fine. I'll decide as I go. Good enough. Okay, so what else do I need? Honestly, might as well just harvest these while I can. Yeah, I should. Shortly. I also need to make sure at least one of the villages kinda near me, preferably this one, I'm going to lock 2 of the villagers in a building with 2 beds so that it's at least humane. But I'm going to lock them in a building so that way they can't get eaten by anything. So that way when I later need to make a iron farm, I can. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. There. I'll go snag one of these. Maybe this was one I snagged. Oh. Now that'll force 2 of them in there. I can lock them in there with the block. And they won't run away. And then they'll be safe. So, I have never tried the Wither except on one modded server where I was playing in creative just to see what the Wither was like. And it blew up everything. I cannot imagine. And I've beat the Ender Dragon once, and by I beat the Ender Dragon, my brother was playing with me, and he beat the Ender Dragon. And I just helped pull aggro. Those ones should decay because they're not touching a log. I wish this had the torque mod. Participant certificate. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm just happy I helped. I mean, I brought like an inventory of boats, so I got rid of some of the Endermen at least. I tried. I did what I was capable of. I saw someone build the Wither underneath the bedrock slabs and stuff that are for the End Dragon after they beat it, and it just kind of glitches into the blocks above it, and it just is stuck there. So it's a good way to cheese it. I would like another one for here. You'll also notice there will be crafting tables everywhere as we go. Yeah, Yeah, I'm not sure how, if it still works, but I've seen multiple different videos of people doing that. Yeah, I just expect bots. I'm used to them. Discord has plenty. And then let's put this down. Maybe there is an easier way. Just farming trees like normal. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to check out my YouTube, it is MissyFawn365 because I exist 365 days out of the year, whether I want to or not. I've actually played through all of Slime Rancher 2. It is on there. And I started to play through Slime Rancher 1 again. You know, gotta get through all the games. How they're all the same height? Perfect. Perfect. Oh, my spine. Thank you. Much appreciate. I got the notification ding. Just so I don't have to go so far to get one. Yes, PvZ is great. I got rather frustrated last time I played it and just kind of rage quit because I've played it so many times. And it frustrates me sometimes. I have anger issues that I need to work on. We'll get there one day. I do have, if you like Black Ops, that I do have a video on there of doing Black Ops. I'm not great at zombies, but that's what I enjoy. But my PC will crash every time. Like, I have about 20-ish minutes or to round. It's usually 15 to 20 minutes. It's not really a round anymore. Managed to get past that issue. Yes, I did play the second one as well. Before they did, like, I played it when it first came out, and then again when they did the full overhaul. So I've beaten it like 3 different times on 3 different devices. Okay, I think I just gotta wait for trees. Personally, I love the time travel aspect of it. It was really neat. That's fair. I'm not a huge shooter person, and that's mostly because I'm bad at them. I like zombies because I had friends who played it before, and we used to play all the time together, and although I don't talk to them anymore, it's nice to, you know, relive those moments. Even if it's by myself. and proving that I wasn't being carried by the team. I've never played Splatoon, but it looks really cool. I tried PvZ Garden Warfare, and I hated it. I hated it so bad. If it's Plants vs. Zombies, let me do my tower defense-like game. Oh, right, I was gonna lock them in there. That's what I was waiting for the night for. Oh. There they go. That's fair. That is fair, that's true. Mortal Kombat 8? Yeah, some people are insane. With the Omni movement, I think now, that they have for Black Ops 6, they're just like, let me run, let me jump off a wall, let me strafe, and then do this crazy thing. And it's just some guy named Steve. Just wrecking. Oh, Mario Kart. That's fair. No, that's insane. The Mario Kart I played was for the Wii. The Nintendo Wii. With the little motion control. That's what so many people say, is that it was the worst, and I'm like, how? It was fun! And then they tell me they played online, and that people with better internet does better, and I could see that. I didn't have the online ability. I didn't have internet. We grew up a little too poor for that. So I played at home by myself. That and Just Dance. And I had the high scores on everything. The only thing, like, I started just playing against the, you could play your ghosts. That's the only thing I struggled with. Oh, yeah, no, not too balanced at all. I mean, if you're in first, you're not likely to get a red shell at all. But also, if you're in last, you're almost guaranteed to get a bullet. Which, fair. Just depends on where you're at. Here, piggy. Start of a frame. Warframe. honestly, I'd never tried it like this before. I was just like, I don't want to mine it just to place it again. So I guess the real lesson to be learned here is, if you're lazy, you'll find the easiest way to do something. And they're all about the same height. Okay, and then... Not where I wanted that. It'll work though. Until a baby zombie comes out. Why do I make things harder sometimes? Peggle? Yes. Yes, I know Peggle. I love Peggle. Like, all things considered, yeah, I love Peggle. I played it a lot. I asked someone if they knew what it was, and they're like, what's Peggle? I was like, oh. My inability to explain things is really failing me. There. I want the door here. Yep, pretty much just Sims into the ground. Honestly, EA is such a money-grabbing company, in my opinion. It's like, here, let me release a $60 game that in a lot of people's minds wouldn't count as finished, and then let's charge another, $30 per expansion. That's true. Not to say I don't play EA. I don't have EA games technically. Dude. Go back to your village. Okay. We will be safe in there. Yeah, you're not wrong. You were 100% not wrong. Okay, now I have 2. Always safe. Let's drop this back in here. Okay, I think this is where I'm gonna have to call it. My back is saying I need to be done. So thanks so much, Dragon, for hanging out and chatting with me. I greatly appreciate having someone to talk to while doing this. I'll be sure to hop on soon again for the next one. I am very sporadic. I wish I had an actual timeline, but for me, anytime from 4 p.m. usually until about this time, 8 p.m., so about 4 hours, I have open, just mentally, if I'm able to do it. Yeah. You have a great night. Try to get some sleep, drink some water or tea, and I'll see you in the next one.